Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. How about having the tools to manifest anything? You know you can do it. How about taking the tools that I'm going to give you throughout this entire channel and beyond and create that life? I have a question for you. Why did you come down here to be with us? I was asked that question by one of my masters, my guides, in a, well, not really a dream. It was very real. And before I was going after the prestige and another money deal and enjoying this life and having a great old time, he wanted to ask me that question first. And that's when I realized I had a much bigger mission. And that, yeah, we can come down here and enjoy all the amazing things here, but we'll also experience all of the challenges, no matter what. How are we going to handle those? If we believe that our lives should never be pelted with challenges, filled with, let's just say, tests for us, we're always going to be unhappy. And that's how most of us live. Unhappy. We don't accept what comes along that isn't perfect, that doesn't make us gleeful and joyful and abundant. Well, guess what? Why did you come down here to be with us? It was for the challenges. Hey, I know, we don't want to hear that, but I have good news for you. Those challenges do not have to create suffering. You can escape suffering. That's what awakening does. It takes this very low frequency planet and situation, this collective that we have created here, and it eliminates all of the suffering that we've created, all of the suffering that we have created because we battle it. We don't think it should be this way, and yet we're the ones creating it all. Somebody said, if you're a major manifester, why don't you make the huge island of plastic disappear? Well, I am participating in doing that, but we are a collective, and I cannot make those decisions for the collective. I can only contribute to it. So if every single one of us contributes to remove that, it will happen. I cannot infringe on somebody else's free will, no more than I can tell them what to do with their lives, because I think it's better for them, and maybe it is better for them. But they get to experience what they choose, and they get to experience the world, the future of this planet, the way that they choose. Their reality will be different than mine. We all choose our own realities. So my friend, boy, I would love to have that kind of power, but then that would make me just overriding everybody else's free will. And that's not how it works. We are one energy, and we all have to contribute toward that. That's the whole purpose of being here. Raising this frequency ends all of that. The pollution and the abuse to this planet. I just heard somebody talk about reincarnation. They said, if you believe in reincarnation, then shouldn't we take care of this planet if we're going to come back to it? You don't want to trash it and then have to come back to something that's just decimated. Why did you come down here? Do you know? You took it on and you chose it. And when we get out of the matrix and that thinking that we had nothing to do with this, we didn't choose it, it's not fair, why is all this stuff happening around me? We're doing it. We're choosing it. And we're choosing to participate in it. And those of us who don't agree with the lower frequency actions and thinking have the ability to raise our frequency to affect those who are in the density. That is a mission, a major one. So through your thinking, your beliefs, and your actions, that there is no blame, there are no victims, we're creating a reality, and that when you focus on the highest level, that it will affect them and they will eventually go to a higher frequency because they're going to feel that collective. They're going to sense that positive energy. They may have a positive thought. They may decide not to do something that is destructive to others and themselves. This is how it works. And this is what we came here to do. So you can't believe that you control your destiny and your whole life and then say, well, but, there's no buts on my channel. But not that, but not murder, not abuse. Those are all contracts and agreements, and we as a collective get to stop it. So yes, we can contribute toward the ending of those abuses and help those who have free will, who are doing these things, and those who are agreeing to participate in it. We can help them to eliminate it. All right? So what are you going to do with yours? Now I'm going to share a little story with you because I want to ask you if you come in this category, because this is going to determine whether you decide you're going to be all in or you're just going to skate. I found a baby squirrel 2 days ago, but not really. I was actually going to cross the street when I saw 2 guys looking at something on the pavement. So instead of crossing the street, which I would have missed him completely, I went over and asked if it was a baby bird, and they said, no, it's a baby squirrel. Well, they had poured some water on the pavement because it's like almost 100 degrees here. You know, cooling it off, you know, maybe give it a little bit of water. That baby squirrel was sprawled out. It couldn't even move. And then they were going to walk on, but, you know, they stopped to care enough about it to pour some water there. But they didn't go the extra mile. Well, I had some groceries, and I pulled out a bag and tore it and made a little bed, and I put him in there, and I brought him home, and for the last 48 hours I've been nursing this guy and reading up on everything I could to keep him alive, basically. And yes, I did try to get him to a wildlife place, and all of them are full. No one wants to take an extra baby squirrel because they're on overload. So guess what? It's me. And I realized, well, do I want to do this? No. Do I care about him? Yes. Do I want to make sure that he lives and becomes this healthy little squirrel that gets to run out there? Yes. I will go the extra mile. Do I like getting up every couple hours feeding a baby squirrel? No. No. But there's something amazing about it, and I'm learning things about it and myself by doing that. And I care to go the extra mile. I know I don't do that in every part of my life. There are times when I could have done more. We all have those situations. And there are times when there's just so much you can do. But how much of your life are you not going that extra mile? And what is the reason you came down here? It's to put 100% in as often as you can without depleting yourself. You know, sometimes I'm just exhausted and I take the break. And then I get back to it because this is my mission and it's yours. And you may not bring the kind of change that you think you're supposed to. It doesn't always have to be some massively dynamic, obvious thing. It is massively dynamic, even on a small level, if it's positive, if you're going the extra mile. I know so many of you have sacrificed so much for other people. Make sure you're not an enabler and allow them to have their own path. And know that we raise their frequency by raising ours. So it's not about worrying about the world and the bad things that are going out there. That is not sending them the higher frequency. Send the highest frequency and take the action. Do that extra thing in your life for someone else that you don't maybe really want to do. It's inconvenient, or it's going to take time, or you have to sit and listen to somebody, you know, who's going to talk about their day, and you know, some older person or whatever it is you have to do, or pick up a meal for somebody, or make a cake. I used to make a cake for my 80-some-year-old neighbor across the street and make baskets of food and bring it over. He had money, but he didn't have anybody to cook for him. It doesn't take a lot to really make somebody happy. What are you doing in your life? This is why you came here. It's so important. I cannot stress this enough. And this goes for your business and everything you do in your life. My work, I make sure that whatever I'm doing is authentic, I believe in it, and I feel like it's bringing value. You'll get rewarded for that. You don't have to be broke to do good things for people. I know so many people think that if you do good things, you shouldn't get paid. But it's okay to be, you know, lying and cheating and get paid a lot of money. That makes no sense. Of course you should get paid. You know, have good intentions. Give when you can. And of course you have to pay your bills. So yeah, these spiritual teachers, they make money. Some of them make a lot of money. But most of those teachers, the really authentic ones, they're not using that money for themselves. They're doing good things with it. That's not a bad thing. So stop the negative beliefs about abundance and all the other things that tell you that things are a certain way. Condemn no one, judge no one. Just go that extra mile. Put the squirrel in the bag and take it home. Instead of pouring the water on the pavement, he wouldn't have survived the hour. I feel really good about that. You know, we get something out of that. You'll get something out of that. Everything you give, you receive. And it's tenfold. Oh, it's tenfold. You'll see. You'll know. And at some point, toward the end of your life, you'll realize it was so worth it. Worth making the extra effort and doing the good things for people. You're not going to remember that extra thing you bought that you're going to leave now when you depart from this planet. You'll have everything you ever want on the other side. You always have. So enjoy the beautiful things. Yes, be abundant. Have wonderful things and share it with people. And do your best for everyone that you can. It starts with how you think, the thoughts and prayers that you send. Prayer is positive, so if we do this every day, as I do every morning, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I send peace and joy, abundance, healing and light throughout the planet. I send awakening to all those who choose it. I send healing and light, wealth, health, joy, and love. And then I say thank you, thank you, thank you for all that I receive. I accept this. I receive it. Thank you for my abundance, my joy, my awakening, my ability to change other people's lives in a positive way. Guide me to do that in the best possible way. I say that every single day, sometimes a few times a day. I send my light and love, and every time I see something stressful, I send light and love. It holds power. This is quantum physics. So be your best. This is your purpose. It's an amazing one. Every single person seeing this video, I don't care what your situation, it is your purpose. You will affect everybody else on the planet and those directly around you, how you treat them, how you think of them, if you send them blessings or you condemn them, if you judge them or forgive them. This is a massive thing to ask for because we believe this is all real. And for us it is. So play your role out beautifully. Be the hero. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.